Hey, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III, and I'm with Disability Resolution PA. What we're going to be doing is going over the NOSSCR experience. So far, yesterday, which was Tuesday, which was the beginning of the bootcamp program, it started around 1, ended around, I'd say 5:15, 5:30-ish. It was very, very good. I just wanted to go through what you guys can expect from a disability tutorial standpoint as to what will be covered in the first day of the bootcamp program. Alright, so first thing you need to know is that it's a smaller room than the room that's used for the rest of the conference. The next thing you need to know is that the grand majority of the people that show up are, from what I saw, non-attorneys, or at least they weren't wearing their badges with a little, which circuit they're coming from. The bottom line for me was that pretty much all the information was very simple, straightforward. It was way below my level, but with that said, it's still something I'm considering sending my interns to, or some of the newer employees to in the future. It was good. They covered some basics, which were, for example, the 5-step sequential process. They covered, the basic SSA docket. I think the thing that would have really helped a lot of these individuals that were these non-attorney reps would have been, for example, graphs or diagrams showing specifically how each step worked. Because it does get a little bit tricky when you're trying to explain all these elements to it, and the 5-step sequential process has a lot to it. Not a lot of it was covered because it's meant to be kind of like a quick little boot camp for these individuals, but I think that would have helped a little bit. But all in all, what really impressed upon me, of course, as per the usual, was Sarah Bohr. Sarah Bohr is always a top-notch attorney, and she brought forward basically the information relevant to everything after, and I included a little bit of the information from the appeals council, but she mostly does, for example, federal work at the district, circuit, and also Supreme Court levels. So that part was very, very amazing, because it kind of went through the basics of understanding the writing process and some good appeals council arguments to go ahead and look for. And those were, of course, the general arguments that were kind of like the larger categorical references that you could find in her appeals council book, which, of course, you should own. If you don't own it, then you don't have the tools you need. Another thing, they had 2 vocational experts there who I thought did an amazing job. And then, of course, I believe there was an attorney up there as well. What I really liked about that was one of the vocational experts gave a lot of good niche-like questions that you could always ask during an actual hearing, which I think is important because a lot of these non-attorney reps haven't really read the code, and they're not really, well, at least from what I saw, they weren't really sure what to do. So what I was seeing was, kind of seeing the information for the first time. What do I do? How do I grapple with it? Things like that. And I think that that's really amazing because, it was kind of like, when you go to watch a YouTube video and you see something amazing and it was built, just boom, there it is, and here's me using it. And then you get to go back and, kind of pull it apart. I've always found that was the best way to learn, because it made people, they would become inspired by what they just saw. Ergo, they'd want to learn more and then basically go forward and work, towards achieving exactly that. And I think that that's exactly what they did. They gave them some of the big cartwheel moves and then showed them, okay, this is how we got to it, which is very, very good. What else? I guess what I would say is that there wasn't a ton of food there. There was water and I think mints. Water and mints. I think the one thing I'd like to see a little bit more of would be probably little blueberry muffins or whatever, something like that, because as you are sitting there, I know I was super hungry and my stomach was growling. Another thing that's really important would be electrical outlets. I brought my little Duracell camping yada that I can plug into, but there weren't really that many plugs where you could plug into, and an easy fix for that would have been just frankly a bunch of extension cords that ran up the center, and then they would just attach, and they'd have the 3 prongs at the end, and then attach going up the rows. And you could offset another little surge protector or a little power strip. Either way, my point is that I thought it went exceptionally well. There were little rooms and spots for improvement. I have immense respect for the individuals who put this thing on, because the people they brought in were bar none, top quality individuals. And the things that they were telling a lot of these non-legal reps were spot on, excellent. A lot of it, I think, went above some of their heads. So I would not be against saying that for people who are, they work for these, hospital groups that have them fill out applications, or they, are trying to get extra credit for some academia thing where it's not really their absolute thing to know mid-level, higher level stuff or whatever. It might be good to give them a bit more information over 2 days, starting, potentially on a Monday, and then basically finishing, on essentially, let's say, the end of Tuesday, or I guess what they could have done with this one is early Tuesday and then go into, the end of Wednesday, something like that. But I think that would have been preferable, because I think a lot of this information is tough for these people when they're hearing it for the first time. I know when I heard it for the first time, I sat there and graphed it out, and my first graph was not perfect. Now I have it all graphed out for my employees and things like that because I know it's the easiest way to learn, and I'm pushing them to be able to learn it the fastest they possibly can. But all in all, graphs, some AC power strips, some food, maybe split boot camp up into 2 days to kind of help those individuals out a little bit, I think would be the best option. I'm actually going back now to get part 2 of the boot camp, which is the morning, and then we go to the real conference directly after that, so I'm pretty excited. I would say that a lot of the information, obviously, it's not, I've been there, done that, but with that said, I think it's still very good because it's training me on how to train future interns, because I'm getting to see ideas that I really like. And that's why I'm really keying in on, okay, what was the structure of this thing? How did it all come together? What should I be doing? What should I not be doing? Stuff like that. So either way, this is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. If you don't know what NOSSCR is, it's like the National Association of Attorney/Non-Attorney Advocates for Social Security Disability Benefits. So, if this video helped in any way, please leave me a 5-star, 5-star, 5-star Avo review. I'm right now in traffic on I-95 South, but the bottom line is that if you have a unique question or you just want the most up-to-date information, give me a call. Finally, we've made more videos than any other Social Security disability attorney or non-legal rep out there in the entire United States for Social Security disability tutorial videos. If you want something done, you want me to cover a topic, that's fine. Just give me the specific information over the phone or via email. Don't leave it in the bio area, because I always respond with general videos, because that way I'm not breaching any attorney-client privilege issues that could potentially pop up. All right, I'll catch you a little bit later. My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. Normally I'm in Orlando, Orange County. That's where the grand majority of all the little offices are, but right now I'm in Miami going to this NOSSCR conference. So I'll catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.